God over money, time ticking, my time ticking. I ain't even had fries with the Popeye chicken. I ain't even had sides. I was high five licking at the crib on the couch with the Wi-Fi tripping.
What up, what up? It's your boy Marcel Hall, and thank you for listening to the Hallway Podcast. As usual, we talk about sports, hip-hop, life, kingdom, you name it. Whatever's going on in the news, we talk about it. Today, we have several things going on. We obviously have to follow up off of last week's 2021 predictions, especially with the NFL first-round playoffs, as well as we will introduce a new segment to the Hallway. So let's get into it. Last week, I was Marcel-damus. Not Nostradamus, but Marcel-damus, and made some predictions about the NFL first round. I said if I got it right, then I was a prophet, and to call me the Honorable Prophet Marcel. Well, it looks like you can call me Marcel. I was 3-3 in my picks last week. All right, and so let's look and see where Marcel-damus is right and where Marcel-damus is wrong, where I was a prophet and where I was a false prophet, okay? Let's start off in the AFC with the Bills. I picked the Bills to win. Now, I did say, and they won, I told you guys, it would be closer than what people thought. I said it would be a close game. Indianapolis is a good team. And it was a close game. And in fact, you can argue Indianapolis had a chance to really win the game. And maybe you can even argue really should have won the game. But regardless, the Bills won in a close one, even closer than I had thought. But I got that one right. Now, I picked the Titans. However, Ravens showed up like the team we thought they would be. And I had the Titans winning really at the final seconds with them stopping Lamar Jackson. However, things were reversed and the Ravens held off the Titans in the final few minutes. Then I had the Pittsburgh Steelers winning against the Cleveland Browns, but boy, oh boy, was I wrong, and so were you. No one picked this. No one picked this, at least the way the game played out. Who thought the game was over after the first play from scrimmage? And my prediction was looking even better as the week progressed with the Browns not having players and their head coach. And then things went crazy. Now, to my defense and to my credit, after the first play of the fumble TD recovery, I said this game is over. I told my wife and my kids, you can ask them, go ahead, call them, text them, hit them up on social media. They can tell you after that first play, I said, it's over. And so I'll give myself a 50-50 credit on that one, okay? Even though I was wrong initially, I was right as the game went along. Now, going over to the NFC, I had more success here with that. Now, Saints, I had winning by double digits. Not a shocker. They won by more than 10. Rams beat the Seahawks. I had the Seahawks because I picked Russell Wilson over Goff. I was wrong there. Rams defense is legit. And then I had the Bucks beating the Washington football team, but I told y'all it would be closer than expected, and it was. Redskins had a chance with their backup QB, who they just picked up 3 weeks ago. But the Bucks won. I said it would be close, and it was close. There you go. So, again, Marcel-damus, first weekend in 2021, 3-3, 50%, 500. It's not too bad. Now, let's give you predictions for this week. Again, same thing applies. Marcel-damus here. If I'm right, call me the Honorable Prophet Marcel. If I'm wrong, then just call me plain old Marcel. In the AFC, Bills and Ravens, I have the Ravens pulling off an upset. I'm a believer now. Even though you can go 50-50 on this one, I could see the Bills winning. However, I'm going to say the Ravens win this one in a thriller 27-26. Chiefs and Browns, I had this one being a close game. Even though the Chiefs are favored by 10, I think the Chiefs win 31-23. In the NFC, Packers versus the Rams, I think the Packers win in a close one because the Rams defense is legit. However, Packers win 30-21 in Green Bay. And then the big game, Saints and Bucks, you have Breeze versus Brady. Third time they're playing this year. It is difficult to beat a team 3 times, but I think the Saints pull it off. Or maybe that's just my heart saying that. But I truly believe the Saints pull it off 34-31 with the Saints defense stopping Brady to end the game. Let's see if I do better than 500 this week. Want to introduce you now to a new segment. We're always adding new segments to the podcast, but a new segment called the Hallway News Reports. The Hallway News Report comes from my background of studying journalism while in college. And so I'm really a journalist by heart, or a journalist by trade, if you will. You see, what I learned is that every news report, every story, you have to ask the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. So this story today for a Hallway News Report, we're going to be talking about Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart is the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs football team. And I saw this on New Year's Day, and I had never seen this before. And I've seen Georgia play, but I guess I just somehow missed this until this game. Kirby Smart, very energetic, successful coach at Georgia. They've been doing very well. Kirby Smart has a guy hold his pants throughout the entire game. Yes, it is a grown man grabbing the back of Kirby Smart's pants from his waist, pulling him back throughout the entire 60-minute football game. Because Kirby Smart can't control himself from being on the field and getting a penalty, he has a grown man hold his trousers for the whole entire game, pulling him back. You have to see this. Go ahead and look it up. You can look on the podcast. You can see the picture of it, but you can go ahead and Google search that and watch a video, and you will see what I just described to you. Did you hear what I said? A grown man is grabbing another grown man's pants for 60 minutes of football, pulling him back throughout the entire game. We have to ask some questions. We have to get down to the bottom of this story.
I'll ask 21 questions.
We have to know what's going on. Who in the world came up with this idea? Who came up with this idea to have a grown man grabbing another grown man by the wayside for a whole entire game? What convinced this grown man to say yes? Seriously. Did they say, hey man, can you take one for the team? Did they say it's better to be a pants grabber for Georgia than the head coach for Vanderbilt? When is it ever appropriate for a grown man to hold another man's trousers from behind? When is it ever appropriate to do that? No grown man should ever hold some other man's pants by the belt loop for 2.5 hours while the other man is still wearing them. Tearing his Hanes, leaving ring marks on his booty. When is this ever appropriate? Seriously, I know I'm not the only one asking these questions. Next, where are his friends and family? Has no one said something to him? Seriously, where is his friends and family? Asked him some questions about this. Hey, how you feeling about this? Well, where are his friends and family? Why? Why is he still doing this? It wasn't just one game. I looked this up. No, he's been doing this throughout the whole year. This is ridiculous to do it once, but to do it again and again and do it every Saturday for the fall on national TV? I really hope it's not a pride thing. I hope this man isn't thinking, I'm getting better at holding you back by your pants, and I didn't rip your Fruit of the Looms this week, and I think next week we'll see some major improvement in my performance. Next, how? How much is he getting paid for this? For real. This is a legit question. How much is he getting paid for this? He better become a rich man for doing this. Because it better not be a stipend. A stipend won't cut it. And it sure better not be that a boy and thanks. If it's just a thanks and hey, thank you, that a boy, I'm going to get mad. It better be no less than 6 figures a game. And really, to me, it should be at least $1 million a game. Because it's 60 minutes of playing time, but with commercials and stoppage and timeouts, you're talking about 2.5, even 3-hour game. You are pulling another your arm is tired. But I have some more questions. Is that even safe with COVID-19 to be doing this? I'm sure the CDC says that that's an unsafe practice. I haven't been to the website recently here, but I'm sure they would say that's an unsafe practice. And does he practice for this? Like, is he at home grabbing his wife's pants? I mean, is he doing this with his kids? Like, how do you prepare for this? How do you practice for this? What was the original conversation like? Hey, Bob, we want to talk to you. We want to offer you a position on game day that we feel is very important. What is it, coach? We want for you to grab my pants from behind so that I won't get a penalty. You want me to do what? Yes, we need for you to hold my pants. So you want me to hold your pants just like when we're coming out of the locker room? No, I need for you on the sideline to hold my pants so that I don't step on the field. Okay, so like during a timeout? No, for the whole 60 minutes. You want me, a grown man, to grab you from behind, hold your pants and drawers, and you want me to hold you back? That's what you want me to do? Yes. Is that what the conversation was like? Seriously, is that what the conversation was like? I mean, how do you tell your friends and family about that? Hey, that's what I do on Sundays. This is how I help the program. But imagine the kids telling their friends. Imagine the kids. They're at home watching the game with some buddies, and they're like, oh, yeah, hey, my dad's out there. Oh, who's your dad? Is your dad the guy with the headset on? No, that's not my dad. That's Kirby Smart. He's the head coach. No, my dad is the one behind Kirby holding him by his pants. Oh, that's your pops? Yeah, that's my daddy. I mean, someone has to stop this. Someone has to stop this. Call the ACLU, call PETA, call all the self-proclaimed activists and tell them they need to put a halt to this. Someone has to look out for this man and look out for his family. We have to help his kids. We have to help him. We have to stop the exploitation in sweatshops and in Georgia. We have to. I blame Kirby, and I blame everybody else who's allowed this to happen. Don't do this to this grown man. He is a grown man. And in fact, he's a strength and conditioning coach for Georgia. A grown man, physically and strong, probably can beat Kirby Smart up, but yet he's behind him, grabbing him by his pants and his drawers for 60 minutes. Somebody's got to stop this. This is unfair and uncruel and punishment. There is no way. My kids watched this, and they saw that it was ridiculous and crazy. You got a grown man. There's no way you could have the audacity to ask me to do this. And there's no way I would have done this. And in fact, I wouldn't even allow my kids, my friends, nobody to do this. I don't care how much you're getting paid. You can't be on national TV for the whole fall and winter carrying somebody's man. He's in the pants. He's holding him by his pants. Come on now. Come on. There's no way I'm doing something like that. I'm a grown man. That's not how I'm getting my workout on. No, I'm going to hit the gym. I'll do some home workouts, some Pilates, some yoga. I'll do whatever. But there's no way that that's going to be my exercise for the day or for the week. You can't pay me. There's some self-dignity that we all need to have. I don't understand. Friends don't let friends do this. And honestly, I wouldn't even want to be the man who has another grown man holding my pants from behind. I wouldn't feel comfortable even doing that. So this whole thing is wrong to me. The doer, the asker, the person in front and the guy in back, this is all wrong to me. There's no way I'm letting a grown man hold me by my belt for 60 minutes, tugging on me. I have to find another way to find some self-control. Tie me to a rope to the end of the bench. Do something. Get a bungee cord. Wrap it around my waist. Do something. I'm not having no grown man hold me from behind. Am I the only one? Seriously, am I the only one? I don't think so. I just have to speak out for it. However, I, Marcel-damus, predict that he will do this again in 2021. We're just clowning. It's your boy, Marcel Hall. Tune in to the next episode of the Hallway Podcast. It's official.